Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dave Karellen, Head of Paid Search at Click Consult. Now, back in January, we were talking a bit about location ad customizers and how they're paving the way for personalization within PPC. Now, there's been a release since then. Last month, Google released if statements. Now, if statements, fantastic new kind of ad format within PPC, but everyone was kind of like quick to jump on this update and how kind of exciting it was. See, the if statements are a bit of a binary choice really, in terms of you can have, similar to the location ad customizers we discussed last time. You can say, for example, if someone sat within a 30-mile radius of your store, you could have one ad for them or one ad for everyone else. But basically, this doesn't actually add anything new on its own, because it's the same kind of thing you could still do with the business data feed, which we discussed last time. So this update in itself, when you look at it, maybe wasn't that exciting, but the importance was kind of like, or the important thing was overshadowed by this. The important update, which came out at the same time, was an update to what was actually, what you could actually use as factors or signals to decide, what you could use to make your ads actually dynamic. Now, before it was just location. Now you can actually do scheduling, device, and audience. Now this is a really, really big update. So what you can actually do with it, we'll take each of these kind of ones in turn. So scheduling, so that's like time of the day of the week. Now this is a really fantastic one, because what you can actually do with this is you can say you've got you're an e-commerce store and you've got a next day delivery, but it only kind of runs up to say 8 o'clock. You can decide to have an ad which says, hurry for next day delivery, but that ad stops serving at 8 o'clock each day. You don't have to turn it off and on, you don't have to automate it, anything like that. Further ones that you can have as well is if you've got different offers for each day of the week. So like, two for Tuesdays, Meerkat movie Wednesdays. Then anything like that can just be put straight into the ad dynamically, and it will update on a day-by-day basis. Even if you don't have any kind of change in offers or anything like that, it's still really good. You can just have things like beat those Monday blues, or something like it's Friday, treat yourself. So those kind of bits which actually dynamically come into the ads, it just adds that extra level of personalization and grabs people's interest a little bit more. It kind of compels you a bit more to kind of click through if there's even just an inkling that the advertiser knows a little bit about you there. The other one, which is device. Now, device is one which actually does come in useful with the if statement, because the if statement is a binary choice. It's either one or the other. So with the if statement, you can actually say whether it's mobile or not mobile. You don't need to create a business data feed at the back end of this. So if it's mobile only, then what you can do is have ad text which actually says, for example, mobile friendly website, mobile friendly checkout, call now, inquire now on your mobile, anything like that. It's just going to be, perhaps kind of get rid of any fears someone might have about whether that website and what they want to do on the site can actually be achieved on a mobile. And obviously this has been important for a good while. Mobile specific ads have been out for a couple of years now. However, they didn't come through with the most recent update in July of last year of the expanded text ads. So these new ad formats, you can't have a mobile specific ad copy. So the only way you can go about it now is through these dynamic ad customized ads. Again though, much better, because it doesn't have the data diluted in that way. Previously you had to create desktop ads and mobile ads. Now you can have one ad which is dynamic. It changes based on whether someone's come from a mobile or come from a desktop. Same ad, and the data is concentrated together, not diluted. So the third one, and this is a personal favourite of mine, the most exciting one we've been waiting for quite a while, which is the audience ad customizers. So the audience ad customizers let you speak differently within your ad, whether someone's previously been to your site or whether it's a new visitor. Now, why this is particularly useful is if someone's actually been on your site before and viewed a particular category, perhaps bikes for example, then you don't want to, if someone doesn't purchase then, you want to bring them back later. Say they come through on a quite generic or even a brand query. You don't want a boring generic or brand ad copy which actually shows that person. you should know at that point that person has got an interest in bikes. So you want an ad copy which reflects that. You want to be able to have that within the ad copy, and that will increase the click-through rates there. So it's a very, very important one, the audience ad customizer. So bringing all that together, I say it's pretty much every one of those factors. It mirrors what the bid modifiers are able to do. So we've brought us a full array there. So to give you an idea of bringing all that together, you could have an ad copy which says, "Hey you, on your mobile there, on a sunny Friday afternoon, we know that you were looking at a bike last week. Why don't you buy that bike? Our store's only 10 miles away." Now that is true personalization. So it's very, very exciting. So thank you very much for listening, and keep clicking.